From flings to marriage, Batman has had plenty of love in the world of DC Comics, but which is his endgame? Batman presents the world a cold, stoic front, but he does have a heart, and in recent times, it belongs to Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. The iconic DC Comics characters will share an upcoming maxi-series from Tom King that explores their complicated romance in detail, with the addition of another equally complicated flame from Bruce Wayne's past, Andrea Beaumont, known to fans of Batman, the animated series as the Phantasm. But Catwoman is but one of the many loves in Bruce Wayne's life. He has loved and lost more times than he's changed bat suits, and not all romances are created equal. Here are the top 6 love interests of Batman. Black Canary. In retrospect, it's a little surprising that Batman and Black Canary didn't find themselves together sooner. The two crime fighters share an affinity for masks and dispensing justice late at night. The two heroes finally connect in the all-star Batman and Robin series, which maybe wasn't the best look for either. Batman beats down a bunch of goons, sets a dock on fire, and this excites Black Canary to the point they consummate their nascent relationship right then and there. Sometimes, when the moment strikes, it just strikes. Batwoman. Kathy Kane's role in Batman's life is as complicated as the others, but for a different reason. Whereas most of his love interests are out to kill him or at least confuse him, all the original Batwoman wanted was to marry him. This determined mission to land the Bat plane stemmed from an uncomfortable period in Batman's history when he and Robin were under attack from critics for promoting homosexuality to children. In 1954, Dr. Frederick Werther published a book called Seduction of the Innocent, with the focus on Batman and Robin's relationship. DC's solution was to introduce Batwoman to make Batman more heterosexual. Rachel Dawes. Rachel Dawes ranks as one of Batman's most significant love interests, but she's one with probably the least amount of history. Rachel debuted in Batman Begins as an original character, a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne who grew up to become in many ways the love of his life. She dies in The Dark Knight, canceling Batman's entire life and sending him into a deep depression. At least until Catwoman showed up. Despite her not being in the comics or other media, Rachel remains a significant figure in the character's complicated history. Talia al Ghul. Talia al Ghul might represent the apex of complicated in Batman's love life. The daughter of villain Ra's al Ghul, she's cold, calculating, and oh yeah, the mother of Batman's son. Batman legitimately loved Talia, a relationship forged in the friction between right and wrong that informs a lot of his interest in other women on this list. Talia's continued criminal efforts, as well as the whole thing about her bearing and raising Damian Wayne in secret only to drop him on Batman years later, makes her a little less fun. Wonder Woman. Batman and Wonder Woman harbored a mostly unspoken attraction to each other in the comics for years. It wasn't until the legendary Justice League animated series that the two finally made it official. The best thing about it is how slow the show plays the romance, letting it simmer over the course of several seasons. Outwardly, Wonder Woman and Batman might seem an odd pair, but she's actually very much his type. She even looks a little like Talia, and maybe Catwoman, too. A little. Catwoman. As integral as all of these other women have been in Batman's life, none of them occupy the space Catwoman does in his heart. What started out as coy flirtation developed over the years into true love, ultimately with the marriage proposal and in at least one possible future, a daughter. Selina Kyle's motives always deserve scrutiny, but she seems to genuinely love him, and she brings out a side of him that wants more than just endless vengeance. She opens him up in ways no one else has ever been able to, and likely never will. What are your thoughts? Let me know in comment section.